in the last few months, but I know I've had it better than some. In a town that's printing money, but there's no room at the end. In a town of milk and honey, let 'em eat cake again. But it never slowed me down much. It never slowed me down till now. I have lived 12 lifetimes in the last few weeks, but I know I've been too long at peace for me to get pulled over. I really have to try. Though I think I might, I know that I won't die. But it never slowed me down much. It never slowed me down till now. Till now. I have lived 12 lifetimes in the last few days, but I know I still got some things to say. I don't know how to tell you. No one is illegal. I don't know how to convince you you should care about other people. But it never slowed me down much. No, it never slowed me down. No, it never slowed me down much. No, it never slowed me down till now. Till now.
Hard times calling like they called out before. Bygones walking through forgotten doors. Even though the odds are steady stacked against us, we will fight with the strength of love. Words keep piling up deep down in my chest. Late nights sifting through the heaviness. Nothing I might find to say could ever be enough. Still I sing with the strength of love. 'Cause I believe there's still a chance for peace. Until justice is more than just a dream. The only way there is everybody getting free. You and I for our humanity. Downtown folks are proudly living out loud, building joy right where they shot it down. With a blossom in the barrel and a fist to the sun, we resist with the strength of love. Uptown, weary voices scraping the sky. Every day I'm on the front line. Every name they're crying out belong to someone. Crying out with the strength of love. 'Cause I believe there's still a chance for peace. Until justice is more than just a dream. The only way there is everybody getting free. You and I for our humanity. Hey, our humanity. Our humanity. Our humanity. Whoa, new mind shining with the promise of youth. But will they live to see their promise through? No war against the innocent could ever be won. We will fight with the strength of love. Records broken, is it bound to repeat? Heart broke open, but it's full of seeds. Now everywhere from underground they're rising up. Rising up with the strength of love. I believe there's still a chance of peace. Yeah, until justice is more than just a dream. The only way there is everybody getting free. You and I. You and I. You and I. You and I. We will fight. We will sing. We will cry. We resist. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, we will fight with the strength of love. With the strength of love. With the strength of love. Oh, with the strength of love. 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 With the strength of. With the strength of love. Yeah.
Every day's a blessing from above. Gotta treat each day just like it is a land. All this world needs is little love. Build a better future than the past. Matters what you say. Matters what you do. smile is a wonderful thing. It can turn somebody's gray skies blue. If you see someone without their own, oh, give them yours, that's all you gotta do. Matters what you say, oh, it matters what you do. Let your voice be heard. It's up to me and you, me and you. Hey, me and you. Well, me and you. Yeah, yeah. Oh, me and you.
Symmetry, the scale of dreams, bursting the seams, limitless. Gravity, still holding hands while making plans. Sweet caress, you tried it on before. You always wanted more. Make the best of what we found, from what we've been handed down, from what we've been handed down. Melody, the sounds of spring, birds on the wing, boundless entity that we live on, the breaking dawn, short of breath. You tried it on before. You always wanted more. Make the best of what we found, from what we've been handed down, from what we've been handed down. Born into a compromise where the truth is rarely recognized. Who of us does the talking? In whose footsteps are we walking? time. It's made no sense. The world's immense. We assume we are tied, and we're side by side in this place where there's still room. You tried it on before. You always wanted more. Make the best of what we found, from what we've been handed down, from what we've been handed down, from the world we've been handed down. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Johnny, and you'll be okay. Chain breaker blues can't get through to you. My love is on the other side, and I know what the hell to do. Can you hear yourself? Do you know what you say? Are you crazy like a fool using that mouth to pray? Chain breaker blues can't get through to you. My love is on the other side, and I know what the hell to do. Can't seem to advance, 'cause the color of their skin, there ain't a fighting chance. Chain breaker blues can't get through to you. Oh no, my love is on the other side, and I know what the hell to do. I question your plan. The Constitution states that we're all equal man. Chain breaker blues can't get through to you. Yes, my love and I know what the hell to do.
See, it's right in front of me. I think that all that I will need is my curiosity. A tiny little seed becomes a jubilee. It's a glorious sanctity, one of splendid poetry. Let's just see what the breeze blows into today. Another amazing grace. Let's just see. Let's just open every door. We can only let in more. Brightness of the sun, it's my inspiration. From the mountains to the seas, and every in between, there's a constant rhapsody, bound for new reality. Let's just see what the breeze another amazing grace. Let's just see what the breeze blows into today. Another amazing grace. Let's just see. As far as I can tell, there's nothing here to sell. It can fill an empty well with an endless melody, a light to shine the way, a verse of Hemingway. However you convey the things that speak to you, let's just see what the breeze blows into today. Another amazing grace. Let's just see what the breeze blows into today. Another amazing grace. Let's just see. Here, we're there, we're everywhere, we're everywhere you turn. Behind the couch, behind the door, reach for each choice. That's a little more, some power of energy, all rolled into one. A single smoking gun, fired high into the air. every shady street, down every road, as far as the eye can see. As far as the eye can see.
Thank you for tuning in for the second annual Wassmuth Center for Human Rights virtual concert. My name is Dan Prinzing, and we've got a pretty special hour with Idaho musicians, featured guests, and program spotlights in celebration of Martin Luther King Jr. Idaho Human Rights Day. Certainly 2 years ago, when we began to pivot from in-person to virtual programming, we could not anticipate we would still be pivoting. But honestly, we've also discovered great possibility in virtual programming, and tonight's concert is a prime example. We have viewers throughout Idaho and throughout the United States gathering to celebrate in song. Our theme this year is universal and timeless. You know, human rights are universal. They belong to all of humanity by virtue of birth in the human family. Noted by the United Nations, these universal rights are inherent to us all, regardless of nationality, sex, national or ethnic origin, color, religion, language, or any other status. They range from the most fundamental, the right to life, to those that make life worth living, such as the rights to food, education, work, health, and liberty. Article 1 in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights states, all human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. They are endowed with reason and conscience and should act towards one another in a spirit of brotherhood. For some reason that seems awfully important today, to act towards one another in a spirit of brotherhood. The education, programming, and resources developed and provided by the Wassmuth Center for Human Rights hold to that ideal. It's why so often you hear us talk about compassion, empathy, respect, civility, and the value of and a commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion. We do so to fulfill our mission to promote respect for human dignity and diversity through education. So if you're not familiar with the Center's programming, we invite you to check out our website. Which brings us to the other piece of tonight's program theme, timeless. I find that the dispositions that build community do not have an end point. They are to be nurtured in each new generation. Such we will hear tonight. Idaho has a phenomenal arts community. The musicians sharing their time and talent with us have each selected a timeless classic to perform. These songs from the 1960s and 1970s remind us of possibility, of hope, of change, of a spirit of brotherhood.
Is anybody here seen my old friend Abraham? Can you tell me where he's gone? He freed a lot of people, but it seems the good they die young. I just looked around and he's gone. Is anybody here seen my old friend John? Can you tell me where he's gone? but it seems the good they die young. I just looked around and he's gone. Is anybody here seen my old friend Martin? Can you tell me where he's gone? Oh, he freed a lot of people, but it seems the good they die young. I just looked around and he's gone. They stood for? Didn't they try to find some good for you and me? We'll be free someday soon. Oh, and it's gonna be one day. Anybody here seen my old friend Bobby? Can you tell me where he's gone? I thought I saw him walking up over the hill with Abraham, Martin, and John.
Did they not try to find some good for you and me, Abraham, Martin, and John? The power of words, the depth in song, the voice of each generation. Tonight we're also highlighting two program initiatives that use technology as a tool to inspire and engage. We're so grateful to our friends at Amazon for sponsoring the 2022 virtual concert and for their commitment to increase access to computer science education for children and young adults from underserved and underrepresented communities through their Amazon Future Engineer program. Amazon Web Services, or AWS Educate, offers young learners under the age of 18 access to self-paced content designed to introduce cloud computing skills which drive innovation in fields such as artificial intelligence, voice and facial recognition, gaming, medical advancements, and more. Tonight, we're excited to introduce the free project-based learning module, Your Voice is Power, an inspiring learning experience that explores the ways music, computer science, and entrepreneurship can be tools to advance racial equity. Your voice is power.
When you listen to music, does it call out to you? Does music make you laugh? Does it make you cry?
Or maybe it's the beats and the rhythm. Maybe it's the lyrics. Music makes you let go.
Every song you listen to has a purpose. The artist's voice is calling on you. Their voice is their power. If you want to fly, take the lead.
We want to know your passion.
But don't worry, you don't have to compose from scratch. You'll have the stems and the clips from Entrepreneur. We'll give you the beats and the sound, but you have to write the code.
Wait, code?
Yes, code. You'll be using EarSketch, a program to learn coding through composing music. Your power to code will be your voice. Get ready to learn about messaging in music, layers of racial injustice, and how to express your voice for equity through code and music.
It's your turn to remix and share your own voice.
Are you ready?
To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. and a time for every purpose under heaven. Time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to reap, a time to kill, a time to heal, a time to laugh, a time to weep. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, 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 and a time for every purpose under heaven. A time to build up, a time to break down, a time to dance, a time to mourn, a time to cast away stones, a time to gather stones together. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, 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 and a time for every purpose under heaven. A time to love, a time to hate, a time for war, a time for peace, a time you may embrace, a time to refrain from embracing. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, 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 and a time for every purpose under heaven. A time to gain, a time to lose, a time to rend, a time to sow, a time for love, a time for hate, a time for peace. I swear it's not too late. To everything there is a season and a time for every purpose under heaven. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, 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 and a time for every purpose under heaven.
What is Martin Luther King Day? An opportunity for a day of service to others. Practice the art of being selfless. Contributing to and strengthening the unique social fabric of our society. Dr. King once said, "We have not learned the simple art of living together as brothers." This kind act serving as a catalyst for a deeply needed societal change.
Since it's been a long, long time coming, but I know a change is gonna come. It's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die. Don't know what's up there beyond the the sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change is gonna come. Then I go to the movies and I go downtown. Somebody come telling me, girl, don't you hang around. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change is gonna come. Then I go to my brother. I say, brother, help me if you please. Oh, but he just winds up knocking me down. Just knocking me down on my knees. There have been times when I thought I wouldn't last for long, but now I know I'm able to carry on. It's been a long time coming, but I know, oh, my change is gonna come. It's been a long time. It's been a long time coming. Long time, but I know change gonna come. Yeah.
Yes, Cherie, change is going to come. The Wassmuth Center for Human Rights believes in the power of education to change hearts and minds. We educate, we elevate, and we empower. We also recognize that we're more than a building, a memorial, or a geographic location. The Wassmuth Center for Human Rights is a community that welcomes all to learn how to promote respect for human dignity and diversity. Here is where it happens, but here is many places. And that's why the center's programs and resources are so important. Whether we're providing free docent-led tours in the Idaho Anne Frank Human Rights Memorial, working with children ages 4 to 8 in our summer reading program, reaching into classrooms throughout the state with our online programs, or facilitating a diversity, equity, and inclusion discussion in a company boardroom, the tools we provide are made possible by your support. The center is 100% dependent upon the generosity of individuals, businesses, and foundations who believe, as Nelson Mandela stated, that education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Thank you to the artists and businesses who so generously donated to support this year's concert auction. We have art pieces, a hotel and restaurant package, a dinner for 4 cooked in your own home, and well, we invite you to check out tonight's auction and donation page. Text UDHR to 76278. As Anne Frank wrote, we can start now. Start slowly changing the world. Thank you for your support.
Everybody knows one. Song, blue. Everybody knows one. Me and you are subject to the blues now and then. When you take the blues, you make a song. You sing them out again. Sing them out again. Song, blue, weeping like a willow. Feel free to sing along, people. Song, make a song, you'll sing them out again. Song, you'll sing them out again. Song, 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 blue. You guys want to sing along with that one? Song, song, blue. Find the voice. I'm sorry about that. Let's say together. Take the blues, you make a song. You simply got no choice. One more time, people. Song, song, blue. There we go. I can't hear you. That's what I'm talking about. That's the spirit. You subject to the blues down there. Take the blues, you make a song. You'll sing them out again. You'll sing them out again. I'm feeling blue, people.
Sky tumbling down. I feel my heart start to tremble now whenever you're around. Oh baby, when I see your face, metal is a month for me. Oh darling, I can't stand it when you look at me that way. Hey, I feel the earth move under my feet. I feel the sky tumbling down. I feel my heart start to tremble now. Whenever you're around, oh baby, when you're near me, and you channel to call my name, I know that my emotions is something that just can't tame. I just got to have you, baby. Yeah. I feel the earth move under my feet. I feel the sky tumbling down and tumbling down. I feel the earth move under my feet. I feel the sky tumbling down, tumbling down. I just lose control. Down to my very soul. I get a hot and cold all over. Yes, indeed, all over. Yeah. I just lose control. I just lose control. I get a hot and cold all over, baby, yeah. 'Cause it's tumbling down, tumbling down, tumbling down, tumbling down, tumbling and tumbling and tumbling down, tumbling down, tumbling down.
Well, hello. I'd like to wish everyone a happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day and a happy Idaho Human Rights Day. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights says that everyone is born with inherent dignity and equal and unalienable rights. And today is a day to reinforce our deep belief in equal rights for all. We also should reflect on the incredible sacrifices made by people like Dr. King to ensure those rights. The city of Boise is working to create a city for everyone. And that means we are committed to providing opportunities for everyone to participate and thrive in our shared community, regardless of background, country of origin, or identity. We have all seen our city tested over the past 2 years, but every time I've seen us come together to drown out the hate with love. When the Anne Frank Memorial was defaced last winter, Boiseans flocked to that spot to leave flowers. The Wassmuth Center proclaimed that we are everywhere, and we worked with them to put that tagline across our city. And last month, hate speech stained our Greenbelt, but the collective voices of Boise leaders, many of whom are participating in today's event, rebuked that hate. And a few weeks ago, hate speech targeted homes in the North End. But as Chief Ryan Lee and I met with many of the neighbors who received those awful flyers, each and every one of them denounced the speech, and many were looking for ways to help. Hate speech is not tolerated here. The city of Boise is acting on multiple fronts to combat hate and extremism to ensure all of our safety. And I am so grateful for this community for standing up for our values and working to build an equitable, more welcoming city for everyone. We cannot stop. We will not stop. The great American musician and poet Bob Dylan sang, "How many times can a man turn his head and pretend that he just doesn't see?" Well, I can tell you that this community not only sees, but acts. And today I ask each of us to continue to show up for one another, to stand up for one another, to be heard, and to stand together in support for all of Boiseans so we can have a safe, vibrant, and loving community for everyone. Thank you.
How many roads must a man walk down before you call him a man? How many seas must a white dove sail before she sleeps in the sand? And how many times must the cannonballs fly before they're forever banned? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. How many years can a mountain exist before it's washed to the sea? And how many years can some people exist before they're allowed to be free? And how many times can people turn their heads, pretending they just don't see? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. How many times must a man look up before he can see the sky? And how many ears must a person have before they can hear people cry? Yes, and how many deaths will it take till we know that too many people have died? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind.
Hello, I'm Dr. Isaac Castellano from Boise State School of Public Service.
And I'm Dr. Anthony Ellertson, the director of the Gaming, Interactive Media, and Mobile program housed in Boise State in the College of Innovation and Design.
Boise State is proud to once again partner with the Wassmuth Center for Human Rights. This time we are developing an alternative reality game, or ARG, to be housed at the Anne Frank Memorial in Boise. The ARG will engage users in the democratic value of nonviolent political participation and add an interactive digital experience to the memorial, the only one of its kind in the United States.
The goal of the project is to increase local awareness of the process of radicalization to violence by increasing individual resilience to recruitment narratives for hate and violence-based ideologies through strengthening human rights, educational outcomes, and media literacy skills. The project builds on the existing educational program at the Wassmuth Center for Human Rights and additionally funds the creation of a disinformation research unit at Albertsons Library, whose work will be accessible to the public.
We believe that the only way to counter hate is to address it and its lies head on.
This community has a long history of confronting hate and violent extremism, and that work continues today.
If I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning, I'd hammer in the evening, all over this land. I'd hammer out danger, I'd hammer out warning, I'd hammer out love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land. If I had a bell, I'd ring it in the morning, I'd ring it in the evening, all over this land. I'd ring out danger, I'd ring out warning, and I'd ring out love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land. If I had a song, well, I'd sing it in the morning, I'd sing it in the evening, all over this land. I'd sing out danger, I'd sing out warning, I'd sing out love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land. I've got a hammer, and I've got a bell, and I've got a song to sing all over this land. It's a hammer of justice, it's a bell of freedom, it's a song about love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land. It's the hammer of justice, it's the bell of freedom, it's a song about love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land, all over this land, all over this land.
There's a wind that blows from the north and south and east. Oh, mercy, mercy me. Oh, things are what they used to be. No, no. Well, based on the ocean and upon our sea, fish full of mercury. Oh, oh, mercy, mercy me. Well, things are what they used to be. No, no. Radiation underground and in the sky. Animals and birds who live nearby are dying. Oh, mercy, mercy me. Oh, things are what they used to be. What about this overcrowded land? How much more abuse from me can she stand? No, no, no. Run out, babe.
Louis Armstrong, the father of jazz music, was by the 1950s a national musical icon, widely renowned as he appeared on radio, in film and television, as well as in his concerts. While most of his life preceded the civil rights era, and he routinely felt the sting of racism and segregation, Armstrong wasn't generally one to march, boycott, or engage in political speech. Instead, he let his trumpet speak for him. And speak it did. His music transcended race. But with at least 2 songs, Armstrong chose to give voice to the harsh and complex realities of being wrapped in black skin. The first such song, released in 1962, is entitled "Nobody Knows the Trouble I've Seen." To his vast white audiences, Armstrong dared give voice to the universal experience of being black in this country. Nobody knows my sorrow. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Sometimes I'm up, sometimes I'm down, sometimes I'm almost to the ground. Sung without a hint of rancor, simply as a matter of the fact of his life, the story spoke volumes. The other song, "What a Wonderful World," was released in 1968. Into a racially charged and divided nation, the song evoked shared universal experiences. It affirms that black and white alike are recipients of nature's beauty, of vibrant colors and the liberality of flowers blooming for me and you. In the song, all of us, black and white and whatever, are enveloped in the same bright, blessed day and the same dark, sacred night. And then there's the line about the colors of the rainbow so pretty in the sky, but we don't get to stay looking up. For in the next line, our eyes are pulled from the sky to see, really see each other, the faces going by, as the song pronounces on the prettiness of the array of skin colors in which we are each wrapped. And by no means least, Armstrong names the babies. We hear them cry, we watch them grow. This too is universal. These babies are the shared project of the whole human family in every generation. Indeed, it is for those to whom he sang that the UN Universal Declaration of Human Rights exists. Louis Armstrong, American treasure and icon, singing, "What a Wonderful World."
I see trees of green and red roses too. Well, I see them bloom for me and for you. And I think to myself, well, what a wonderful world. And I see skies of blue and the clouds of white, the bright blessed day and the dark sacred night. And I think to myself, well, what a wonderful world. And the colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, and also on the faces of you all passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, watch them grow. They'll learn so much more than I hope I will ever know. And I think to myself, well, what a wonderful world. Of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, and also on the faces of you all passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I'll always love you. I hear babies, they'll cry. I watch them grow. They'll learn so much more than I hope I will ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh, yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful
Thank you to all the musicians who participated in this year's virtual concert. Thank you also to Mayor McLean, Phillip Thompson, and the Reverend Dr. Nancy Taylor for bringing the power and passion of your voices in our shared commitment to human rights. Thank you also to our friends and partners at Boise State University for recognizing the Idaho Anne Frank Human Rights Memorial as truly an Idaho treasure, and for expanding the educational outreach of the site through some pretty amazing technology. And once again, thank you to our program sponsor, Amazon. Thank you for making this production possible, and thank you for providing the tools to engage a new generation in finding the power in their voice. To all our viewers, thank you. Thank you for your support, and thank you for making the work of the Wassmuth Center for Human Rights possible. And just a reminder, the concert auction closes at 8 p.m. tomorrow night. You know, as I introduced, we are each entitled to our human rights by virtue of birth in the human family. Let us also remember that we should respect and stand up for the human rights of others. Etched in the stone of the Idaho Anne Frank Human Rights Memorial, Eleanor Roosevelt reminds us, where, after all, do universal human rights begin? In small places close to home, so close and so small that they cannot be seen on any map of the world. Yet, they are the world of the individual person. The neighborhood he or she lives in, the school or college he or she attends, the factory, farm, or office where he or she works. Such are the places where every man, woman, and child seeks equal justice, equal opportunity, equal dignity without discrimination. Unless these rights have meaning there, they have little meaning anywhere. Yes, human rights begin in small places, close to home. Closing us out tonight, it's my pleasure to introduce Steve Eaton. Thank you all.
People get ready, there's a train a-comin'. You don't need no baggage, you just get on board. All you need is faith, there to hear that diesel humming. You don't need no ticket, you just thank the Lord. So people get ready, there's a train to Jordan, picking up passengers from coast to coast. Faith is a key to open the doors and board them. There's hope for all, for those who love the most. There ain't no room for the hopeless sinner who hurts all mankind just to save his own. Have pity on those whose chances grow much thinner. There's no hiding place for the kingdom's throne. So people get ready, there's a train a-comin'. You don't need no baggage, you just get on board. All you need is faith to hear that diesel a-humming. You don't need no ticket, you just thank the Lord. You don't need no ticket, you just thank